Hello there, it is Kat. For a while now, full face using blank videos have been so popular. Elf is kind of near and dear to my heart because some of my first makeup was Elf. Like those book palettes, do you remember those? I had like 5 of them or something, and I feel like lately Elf has been putting out stuff that the prices are like really getting not out of hand, but like for my personal preference out of hand. Like when I first started getting Elf, all of their products that were just like one thing were $1, and then for a while I was seeing that they came out with a studio line. Lots of things were $3. Like for example, these blushes, all of them were $3. But then they started doing lots of other stuff. Some stuff's $2. The brushes, they had the $1 brushes and $3 brushes, then they had the $6 brushes, and like paying $6 for a brush isn't that big of a deal, but in my mind Elf is $1, and so when they come out with something that's $6, that's a big leap in my eyes. But anyway, that's not really what this video is about. So the first thing I want to show you is the Elf Illuminating Eye Cream. I've seen that they've come out with a bunch of skincare that's inexpensive in like the realm of skincare, but it's expensive for Elf. Like they have stuff that's like upwards of like $14. I'm wearing it today. It's one of those eye creams that's thin. To me, there's like watery eye creams and there's like thick, heavy eye creams, and this one is one of the more watery, lightweight ones. Something that I'm not going to use, if you can't tell that this shade doesn't match me, this is the Tinted Moisturizer SPF 20 sunscreen, and I used this in the summer, but as you can see it's way too dark for me now. I liked this, super light coverage, but sometimes in the summer that's, you know, what you want. But there you can see the shade. And then for foundation, they have these moisturizing foundation sticks. This one is nude, so it's too dark for me, but I think they've discontinued these. I'm gonna use this, which I actually just got from Ulta. It's the foundation palette. These black palettes, you've seen me use them before because I really like them, the studio palettes. These are $6. I'm gonna take this lightest one. I'm gonna apply it with this sponge, which isn't Elf. This is from Shop Miss A though, and this is $1, so I thought that that would be a good compromise. I'm not using an Elf sponge, but I am using something that's $1. I'm sorry, I'm recovering from a cold, and I actually feel good today. I think I'm kind of on the tail end of it because I feel so much better than I felt previously. But what I was trying to say is that I can't use foundation brushes or my skin will literally flake off. In this palette, it's a cream foundation, and a lot of cream foundations are oil-based, and this one is oil-based, so just something to be wary of if you have really oily skin. Like my skin is so dry that like most foundations don't look good on my skin. It kind of feels like I'm putting straight up oil on my skin. I feel like overall it's not a bad look. This concealer is the Elf Tone, it's me saying it's Elf, it's the Tone Correcting Concealer in Apricot Beige. I don't know if this is the right shade for me. I think it's too dark for what I'm looking for, but try it. This applicator isn't really giving me a lot of product. It gave me a little bit of coverage. Okay, so now I'm gonna do powder. I have the HD powder, and I used to use this all the time, but I haven't used it in ages because I've been using my RCMA. And I'm gonna use my highlighting brush. This is one of my favorite Elf brushes. It's such a great multi-purpose brush. My favorite way to use it is blush, but I like it for everything else too. Like if I had to do a full face using just this brush, like my face stuff, I think I could get away with using just this brush. I think I'm gonna show you my collection of these palettes. This one was the Total Face palette. I think that's what they called this one. And here's what it looks like. I don't really reach for this one too much because it's kind of natural as far as the blushes go, which is fine, but I like a pigmented blush because blush has been like my favorite thing lately. There's what those look like. But these are all totally workable products. Like, I'm not saying there's anything bad about this, but it's just, I don't reach for these ones too much. And you can see that's a really subtle highlight, but it's kind of like the shades in the Illuminating palette or the white one in the contour palette, where you can kind of dust them all over just to give you a nice little glow. I'm actually going to do that now. I'm going to mix, you know what, just all three of these. I haven't used these as much as I should. A lot of my face palettes are low down, like physically, as far as my drawers go, so I don't use them that much, but one that I do always use is the contour palette. I always take this with me when I travel, and I usually pop out like this pan, and then I'll take a face powder instead, and then I'll take one of these blushes out and use it in this palette, because I don't know why I didn't mention, you can pop all of these pans out and switch them around. They're not magnetic, they're just like perfectly fit in there, so you can pop them in and out. And I'm not going to use this for blush today, but I do really like this. I also have the bronzer palette. I think I'll use this one more in the summer when I have more of a tan, but right now I'm not using too much bronzer. I'm going to contour using, I think I'll use the blush brush. I'm just going to do a little bit of contouring. Keep an eye out. Sometimes I see them at like TJ Maxx for like a couple dollars less. I think I got one for $3 one time, which is half off. And then these little blush duos, I remember for a while everyone was talking about these. I've had this one for a really long time. I think this is the one that people said is like NARS Orgasm. It's St. Lucia. And yeah, I used to use these all the time, but I don't really reach for this one. And then I got this one recently. It's Antigua. I think maybe it was on sale, but I don't think I've used this once, so I'm going to use the blush today. So that's nice and pigmented. Lately I've been just wearing peach blushes like exclusively, but I think this is sweet and pretty. And then for my other cheek, I'm gonna try something different. I have these studio blushes, and I have a few of them. This one is Mellow Mauve. This one is Candid Coral. And then I also have this one, which is called Gotta Glow, and mine broke, but I kind of fixed it. And people were saying that this is a dupe for NARS Albatross, which is a highlighter that's gold, but I don't really wear gold highlights that much at all, but you can kind of see that there. But I want to wear Twinkle Pink, just because I think it's so cute in the pan. This one's a lot more warm, but I just wanted to see how it wears, or how it looks, rather. So that's cute, but now I have two different blushes on. But I'm just gonna put on some of this one, because I really like blush. And like some people, you know, they say that blushes shouldn't be too pigmented. Now I'm just putting Twinkle Pink on this cheek so that it's even. But some people are like, yeah, blushes shouldn't be too pigmented, because then, you know, if you get too much, it's bad or whatever. And like, I get it, but right now my personal preference is a lot of blush. So I get where people are coming from, but that's not really my thing right now. So something that I've used on my channel before is the Mad for Matte 2, and it makes me want to get the first one. This one is beautiful. It kind of has that sunset thing. This matte black is totally usable, totally pigmented. Here's the brown next to it. Like, these are really kind of awesome. Like, that is e.l.f. Like, granted, this is $10, so it's kind of a lot for e.l.f. in my opinion, but it's worth it for sure. And it's so compact. And then something I think I'm going to use today is the e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow. I don't think I've used this once, but I got it and it's pretty. And I know that the one that's more neutral is really popular, but this looks nice to me. So I'm going to try and get some use out of that today. And the other thing that I'm going to use is this, which is a quad. It says matte for Plum, just a little quad. And I always see eyeshadows like the Wet n Wild ones did it, where they say like base, lid, crease, line. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to start out with the $1 blending brush, and I'm going to take the base shade, which you can see is just kind of like a light yellowy beige. And oh, my eyes are creasing. Now I'm going to take the lid shade, same brush. Okay, it's getting a little out of hand. Okay, this is actually the Studio Concealer brush, Flawless Concealer brush, but I don't really use this because I use sponges. So I'm just going to use it as an eye brush today. Is this the shadow or is that my dark circles? I'm going to try and finish the eyes. I'm going to take that crease shade, which is kind of like a reddish burgundy color, and I'm going to use the crease brush with the crease shade. I don't know, so this is blending out, not to retain much of that red or burgundy color at all. It just kind of looks dark. So I'm gonna try and bring some of that back. Did I mention I haven't used this before? I feel like it looks like I don't know how to do makeup. I'm gonna take my matte for matte too. Sorry, I tried. It wasn't working. And I'm just gonna take this shade right here and try and fix this. Does e.l.f. have like a big fluffy crease brush? That's what I need. And then I'm just gonna take this shade right here. I guess we have a dark smoky eye now. I don't know, this look isn't very polished, but you know what? We're gonna work with it. I'm just gonna take my Prism palette. I'm just gonna take this one, pat that on. These feel kind of dry. I think I might wet that. Tons of fallout. Now it's a lot of blush with this eye look. Questionable. I said I was going to use that navy blue to line, but I'm not going to because this look is dark enough on its own. I'm not going to put on a liner. A liner I do like is the cream eyeliner. I just watched a video where someone said they didn't like this. They said it was too slippery, but I think it's fine. I like it. I use it a lot. What else do I have to do? Highlight. So quickly I want to talk about this baked blush. This is Rich Rose. Blushes that look brown in the pan are always deceiving to me because I'm not going to reach for them because I don't want my blush to be brown. But anyway, here's what that looks like. It is kind of like a rosy brown. Baked highlighters. This one is Blush Gems. I used to use this one all the time. As you can see, mine broke, but I love how pigmented this is. I just saw a video where someone said that these, wow, it sounds like all I do is watch YouTube. Okay. I just watched a video where someone said these weren't that reflective, and I was like, excuse me? Like, she called these subtle, and I was like, I don't know. I think maybe they reformulated them, and that's a shame. But this one is actually, no, I don't think they did, because this one's newer. This is Moonlight Pearls, and actually I saw they came out with another shade that was like, it's like peach or something. Yeah, actually I think they did reformulate. Yeah, this one's way more reflective than this one, which you can barely even see. But they can build up, and you can use them wet, which is nice. But anyway, this is Moonlight Pearls, which is light, but it's also a little bit gold. Okay, and then I also have this Baked Highliner and blush in rose gold, and I've traveled with this a few times, but I like to have a blush that's not necessarily matte, but just a little bit not shimmery, so that I can have like some color and not just light reflection. But it works in a pinch. Yeah, let's see, I'll be able to see here. There's the, oh my god, there's the blush. You can see it's very shimmery, and then there's the highlight. And this one I feel like is similar to Moon Pearls, maybe just a little bit lighter, a little bit more champagne. This one is nice. A favorite of mine. I've been using this for so long. It's the Baked Blush in Pinktastic, which is confusing that they marketed this as a blush. But you can see how beautiful this is in the pan. And I'm gonna use the small tapered brush to apply this, but I do want to use a smaller brush, but I don't have a brush that I really like to use for highlight from e.l.f., so this is what I'll work with for now, for this video. And you can just see that this is really nice and pretty. I'm gonna take my Mist and Set, which I've actually gone through bottles of this. This was probably my first setting spray. Okay, now that I'm literally wet, I'm just gonna put a little bit more on, just on like the tip of the brush. Just like right here. Why am I whispering? And then, oh, I need to do my brows. I don't really have a brow product that matches this hair on my head. I have this eyeshadow kit in blonde. I think I just got it because it was cheap. Okay, so I've been growing out my brows. I don't know if you noticed when I was zoomed in, but I'm growing them out. So I have a bunch of hairs here that I can't even see right now. I'm gonna use this blonde powder. Oh, I'm actually getting some impact there. Or is my brush just dirty? Maybe both. I'm gonna see what I can do where I don't have hair. I'm just gonna take this brush. Oh, it's the it's like the double-ended brow brush. Where I don't have hair, it's not really doing anything. Or where I don't have a lot of hair. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna try to do is take my Matte for Matte and take this shade and put some in my brows. I haven't really been wearing makeup because of how sick I've been, and so I don't really know how to do my brows anymore. Like, I know how I used to do my brows, but now that I'm growing them out, I'm like, do I fill them in there? I think I really need to have some hair there to figure out what my shape is gonna be. So hopefully they grow back in full. So this isn't an e.l.f. lash curler, and I apologize. I know they have them, but I do not have one. This is actually another first impression. It's the Buff Black. I don't think that's the name of that mascara. And I've only had one other e.l.f. mascara before, and I hated it. It didn't do anything for me. So hopefully this one's better. Oh, I should zoom in. And this mascara is not like clumping or anything, but it's really natural. Like, I feel like I'm not, like, not that much is happening for me here. You know, on like a day-to-day basis, I just want some impact quick. It's a little sticky, like when I'm closing my eyes, they're kind of like sticking together. Maybe I need to stop blinking. Just let it dry. For lip things, I only have 2 of their lipsticks. I just don't, when I think e.l.f., I don't think lipstick. I think powder products for sure, like face face products, but I guess that's because what I have. So this is one of their matte lipsticks. This was sent to me again by e.l.f., not because I'm a super talented influencer and makeup artist. It's because I'm part of their like beauty squad or whatever. This is brick. It's just one brick. I don't know why I said two. I'm not even in frame. Love it. This is just like, it's like super matte and it's super brick, so that's appropriate naming. Good job, e.l.f. You did it. And then this one is one of their moisturizing lipsticks. This one is Party in the Buff. Once again, not in frame. This one's just kind of like an orangey nude. Smells whack. And then I have a couple glosses from them, which I hate how huge this is, and then this is how much product you get. Not happy with that. This is the Hyper Shine lip gloss. I have Fairy, got it for the name, and Joy, got it for the color. It's pretty mauve. And then I also have the Luscious liquid lipstick in Cherry Tart, and I think they smell good. Yeah, they do. They're really candy sweet smelling. Some people don't like that. I'm fine with it. I think I'll do a mauve lip just to like go on trend with the rest of the makeup. These, I bought a vault of them. I think I have a video where I hold them. I'll link that if I can, but maybe I should do a lip swatch video on these. Let me know. I have 13 of them. The vault came with a bunch of shades, and then Coral is the one that didn't come in the vault, but I'm gonna use Tea Rose. These are really creamy, so I'm like trying to use this as a lip liner, but it's like really creamy. I'm gonna pop on this lip gloss. This is Joy. I guess this is my finished look. I kind of like it, all in all. Let me zoom out a little. Wrong way. No, that's the wrong way. Okay. So here it is. I feel like with the dangly earring, not a black t-shirt, it would be kind of cute. Overall, I want you to decide for yourself what you thought about the products based on how I used them, and let me know what your favorite e.l.f. product is. I'm a fan of the cheap ones because I like cheap makeup, but yeah, let me know what you like. Have you tried their skincare? That's something I'm interested in. So should I make the leap? Should I try their skincare? I don't know, but anyway, let me know what you think about e.l.f. as a brand. Let me know what you've tried, what you like, what you don't. And I'll see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hello there. Oh my god, my voice. I feel like this look is so not me right now. I just feel so wrong. Well, I feel fine, but it doesn't look correct. It looks like how I used to do my makeup in high school. What am I saying? What is it even called? Oh, my lighting. Oh, where's the sun? Where did she go? Okay. Like a drawer that's pretty low down on my, like, one eye look darker than the other. Oh no, it does. Okay. So pigmented. My nose is just like, I kind of just tried to whack off some of the product. I wish I didn't say that. So I don't know. It's I'm confused. Okay, so hopefully you don't think I can't do makeup. The vacuum's on. I'm gonna bow. I just gotta look chill. I can't see what I'm doing. Look how much blush I have on. Very awesome.